have questioned is what is our siege strategy for the outer, right? So we've been in a lot of situations, especially in Raven recently, where this front door is coming down, and people are like, "Well, what do I do? What do I do?" Right? And my thought is, well, let's talk about it. So one of the things I like particularly is whenever you can run oils, is having oils up. And so one of the things that gets under operated, I'd say, on a regular basis, is oils pointing inward from the top level. I don't know if I have any oils slotted at the moment, but I can show you what I'm talking about for those who may not know. Oh, I need to grab some oil.
I got oils.
Somebody, someone go up there and demonstrate that real quick. I'm gonna go buy some oils.
Oils. You only have 10 left.
Just 10?
Keep 12 oils.
Nice.
One person, 2 oils.
And certainly, you can always get up at least a couple of oils. There's never a reason why you can't get at least a couple oils up. So, and that's the thing, we could maximize the amount of siege effectiveness if everybody was able to multitask just a little bit. Alright, does everybody see what I'm talking about with oils up top like that pointing inwards? So anybody who crosses this area right here is going to get hit with oils. So that's number one. Anybody disagree with that?
And you can have oils both on the inside and outside as long as there aren't siege up.
True, but I would like to limit people to just running 2 oils if they could.
Right, so all you're saying is that if there's somebody who already has oils on the outer, you can still put them up on the inner.
Ah, okay. Alright, so that's number one. Second, I want to rethink how we're doing some of this siege, to be honest. Typically, the enemy, especially if they have larger numbers and we can't push out on them, if we can push out, that's the best idea. We can just push out on them. But more often than not, they got a ton of siege up, and they're shooting that siege essentially in a cone, or like kind of like a dome pattern out around here. Am I right? About somewhere, mostly around this area, right about here. All right. So what I want to propose is that we give up that area so that we don't spend a lot of time healing everybody. We spend more time. You guys put the Discord details up. We got that new guy. So what I want to propose is that we give up this immediate space around the door and try to focus on getting siege up a little bit farther away, a little bit more remotely, kind of like what Ulam's doing. Kind of have them on the sides.
They just shoot in the door. They can't.
Yeah, you can shoot. You can shoot them, but they can't shoot you. Does that make sense? So if I could do it, I have a meat bag like Ulam's running, and along with like an oil catapult on this side. If anybody can start running oil catapults.
Yeah, I can do that again.
In addition to that, one of my favorite siege spots for kind of more reserved for more impressive siege is to go all the way up top and throw a cold fire on the inner, or a lancer. Now, does anybody have a question about the meat bag or the oil catapult?
Oil catapult. I'm not using that one.
I'd like to see, you know what, one of the things we resolved at the last siege discussion was that we really want to start varying the types of siege, and it's kind of on me to try to pick people to see which siege positions they're going to be doing, and I'm going to try to be a little bit more specific about that. In the meantime, go ahead.
What does oil do again?
Oil slows people down. It's a snare.
It saps stamina as well.
Okay.
It's like being hit with a lightning
bolt. Like people ought to be running snares.
Yeah, it does a little bit of both. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does sap stamina, and it is slow.
I wonder if yeah. What is it in terms, like if you have 2 snares running, is it the more effective of the 2, or how does it work?
That
I doubt they stack. All right, but like I wanted to point out up here at the top, if you had a lancer or a cold fire, this is the perfect spot for that. So we get so far we talked about oil. Oil's up top. One person up top running that. One person on a lancer or a cold fire on the inner shooting at the breach from here. Two people on either an oil catapult or a meat bag.
We might also want to, if someone happens to have one, add a scatter shot in there because it combines.
Arcteon on his time stops.
It combines
Time stop, snares, grips.
meat bags very well.
Can we? I couldn't hear Brewer. Can you repeat that, Brewer?
If you've got meat bags, scatter shots will also drastically improve the damage of the meat bags.
Is it really?
Yeah, it makes you take 20% extra damage from everything else. So it's decent damage on its own, but with a meat bag, it becomes really bad really fast.
Huh. Interesting.
Multiple meat bags.
Did not know that. So anybody? So we're talking about an oil catapult, a scatter shot.
And then stack meat bags and cold fires.
Yeah, and meat bags and cold fires. All right. So, and then here's the last part of our defense. I'm going to say is going to be we have to find a way, and this is on a lot of our keeps. We got to find a way to keep people from turning the curb on us. You got a lot of tanky people like Zapsum and other people. I need like high-end DPS, Myrmidons, and everyone else stacked up on the sides, and just literally, even if you have to sit there and wait, stop these people from getting around. So all they're going to do is get in here, and then they're going to run in the tower, and then they're going to go kill people up top. They'll get the oil guy down, and then it's like, they'll stealth around and take out our camps, and then it's going to,
Well, that's the thing with Zap. I mean, Zap doesn't have any offense whatsoever. He's all defense.
But he can still burn camp.
That's the only thing. That's what he does.
But that was just one example. But that we've had several problems where people get around that corner and then cause havoc with the squishies in the back taking out our healers or whatever.
So my goal for each of these siege lessons is to have 6 people max on siege, have an effective siege, and then everybody else ganks anybody who shows up. And then have people dropping, snares and stuns for anybody who gets past our siege. Thoughts, ideas? Don't like it? Think it's crazy?
Sounds good. Sounds like we got an oil catapult, a scatter shot, a mix of meat bag and cold fire.
Right. I'm typically good for a cold fire ballista in addition to healing. Is there anybody else who can run over to the siege merchant and volunteer? I need an oil catapult, meat bags. All right. So Ulam will run oils, meat bags,
Oil catapults.
meat bags, scatter shots, meat bags and scatter shots.
Want me to pick up a scatter shot? I've got meat bag, but I can.
You can only probably run one or the other, but it wouldn't be bad to have the option to do both in case somebody has something else.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking most people don't carry scatter shots, and I sometimes do, so I can volunteer to do that when I'm not, as long as I'm not on a healer, right, which I'm not right now.
All right, sounds fair.
Okay, I got it. There it is.
Let's talk about it. What do you guys have questions wise?
No, I was picking up some oil catapults.
So we got a couple oil people running oils, couple scatter. I need one other person to run scatter shots for those rare occasions that Brewer's not here.
It's a good plan because sometimes I'm healing too and shouldn't be on them. Although I can drop them for someone else.
Very true. All right. Let's have a couple of people on have, if you can, a scatter shot, meat bags, oil catapults. We're gonna run with a lot of catapults because I think they're particularly effective against our enemies. All right. Last thoughts, questions, closing comments. Make sense? We cooking with Crisco? All right.
Now, at what percentage are you going to call it? I mean, or are we just going to load the siege in the door? It's at 100%. Everybody set up inside.
Sadly, that's an excellent question, actually, Ulam. I used to do it at 30%, but unfortunately, some people have been able to siege super fast, and then that wasn't enough time. So from now on, anything from 50% and lower. So the moment
once we flag,
everyone's set up.
I think that's perfect.
All right. Now I want to test your guys, except for our Lord Shane here, and Arundel, and maybe Defiant Dutch. I don't think you were in the group at the time. I want to see if you guys remember the last stand defense for the inner on Fairgill. Set it up. Let's go. You got the doors at 50%. Let's do it. Get up top and let's get it done. Show me what it's like. Show me how to win the siege. Again, kudos to the group. You guys did a fantastic job last week when we actually tried this out successfully. Let's do it. Set it up. Get that siege up. I want all the siege. Mill side postern. Same as it was last time. Mill side postern. One, 2, 3, 4. All right, we got 4 up. But that's not all of them. Remember, I want you guys to start doing the math on me here. Every time I want to see at least 6 people on sieges. And if you're a CC AoE tank or a healer, typically I don't want to see you on any siege at all. I want you to be on the breach, shutting people down. We're missing 1 siege position. 1 very important siege location. Who's got it? You're all right except for the 1.
Across the way.
Across the way. That's right. In the back, we need to have a cold fire or a lancer in the back. See that? I need that lancer where O'Shells is, or a cold fire if you got it. And try not to die on us, O'Shells.
I didn't mean to do that.
All right, everybody, just kind of peruse around and see where the siege positions are. And then again, if you're in a squishy build, run those siege. If you're on a tanky build, I want you Myrmidons and tanky DPS and tanky healers, stam healers on the choke point. They get to this area, I want them to be snuffed out. Nobody gets. This is the kill box right here. From here to the top of the stairs, nobody survives. Time stop all day. Major defile all day. Drop those snares, drop those stuns. Sorks in case, Dragon Knights, you got that, what is it?
Petrify and Talons.
Petrify and Talons, that's right.
Talons is the best snare you can get.
It's debatable, but they're both good. I take either one. Alright, pack them up. Good job over there. Great. I'm glad you guys remembered. Let's talk about siege down below. Now we're talking about front door inner coming down. 50% on the front door inner. Right here. Let's do it again for front door. Front door, set it up.
We wouldn't really be able to do both. We probably would be being chased.
Alright, so here's the scenario. Big EP group outside. They just got the outer down. They're starting to work on the inner. Everybody's falling back in the keep. I need 6 siege positions up and everyone else on CC AoEs and snares. So what 6 siege positions am I going to have up? And preferably not fire ballistas. And if you're on a CC AoE tank, you're going to be on the breach with me, holding the breach. Somebody's got to kill these guys so they can't get heals. Alright. Alright, we got oils up top on the top level. Great job remembering that. We have a great job on this O'Shell. She's like right on the transit. If she gets pushed back, she can weave around this transitus shrine and keep those guys busy. Great job on that. Brewer, good placement over here. Ulam, great placement. That's perfect. All right, what else do we got? We got one more spot up top. We forgot this one right here, guys. Right here where I'm standing, I need a cold fire or a lancer. Cold fire or lancer on this location. See where I got it?
Valor,
What's up?
look behind you. A catapult can be up here.
Really? And you hit in the front door with it.
Front door, yeah.
Scatter shot, nice.
Down below, you can't because it doesn't have the right arc.
Perfect. Yeah, that works. That's a great idea. Great idea, Beaverton. Can everyone come and take a look at what Beaverton came up with?
That'll hit outside too if the door's down.
Yeah. So I got my cold fire up here, and Ulam's or Beaverton's behind me with scatter shot. That's a fantastic idea.
Like it.
All right. Very nice. I want to see that scatter shot up on the what do you call them? Scatter shot up on the last stand defense as well. Does everyone understand? I need to find a way to get a scatter shot up because, like Brewer said, if we're gonna get that 20% bonus, we got to get it. All right. All right. Let's head out. I want Brindle to Carmala. Let's get Carmala back and go get our AP buff. Let's do it. Last closing thoughts, ideas. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover today. Unless you guys want to go back over outpost defense. You want to do that?
We can. Let's
Let's go take Carmel and then we'll go talk about it real quick.